The Helios 44-2 is a fun lens to use, producing unique and swirly bokeh in the right conditions. It's also a lens that you can have even more fun playing with by reversing the front element. Here are a couple of images I've taken with a reversed front element. The first image attracted a lot of interest on Flickr and was explored. And as you can see, there are some extraordinary effects and artifacts, especially here. And there are also some other interesting effects. Someone said it looked like fairies flying around. And another image, less crazy, but rather lovely. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to reverse the front element, and then I'm going to briefly discuss the kinds of effects this produces. You can also reverse the rear element using the same technique, leaving the front element the right way round. However, I've not personally found the effects to be so interesting. Taking apart a Helios 44-2 is surprisingly easy, as long as you have a lens spanner wrench like this one. They're not very expensive, and I got good value out of this wrench, using it on a number of different lenses to open them up so I can blow away dust inside or clean off fungus. Although I'm by no means an expert at lens repairs, I've not had too many big problems getting into old lenses. The Helios is particularly easy to open up. All you need to do is to unscrew the nameplate here. Like others, I prefer to twist the lens rather than the nameplate. It stops me scratching the nameplate with the wrench. It's a reasonable number of turns before the nameplate is unscrewed. Done. Once it's loose, you can then turn the lens over and the front element will fall out. I don't want to harm the glass in any way, so I'll let the glass fall onto this folded up t-shirt. I could also wear plastic gloves, I suppose, to protect the glass itself, but these days I wash my hands so often they're pretty clean. Then I give the inside of the lens a quick squirt with the blower to remove any dust and clean the glass. There's another ring inside the lens that sits between the front element and the next element. Make sure you note which way round the ring sits when it falls out. It's the thinner part facing into the camera on my lens. Turn the glass around and gently drop it into the lens. The glass is quite strong, so don't worry about it hitting the sides of the lens. It's a bit of a fiddle getting the ring and the glass back into the lens so it sits properly inside, but nothing to worry about. And then re-screw the nameplate, making sure it goes smoothly right down to the glass. If it doesn't screw back smoothly, you may have the glass at the wrong angle. And that's it, it's done. Reversing the process is just as fast and easy. So let's look at the lens in action and see what it can do. Now the photos I've shown you to date with the reversed Helios have all been taken outside. It's not so simple to take a good photo. Many of your photos could be very soft and washed out. It certainly helps to take subjects that have a strong contrast to begin with, like this one. The reverse curve of the lens can really wash out the borders. Right at the center, the image can be sharp if you nail the focus on an object that is clearly defined. But you'll probably need to do a fair amount of processing to get some contrast and depth into that image. Once you've found a subject and background with strong contrasts, and you've done some processing, the images can be really fascinating. I particularly like the bat-like shapes here, and the similar shapes on this image. But to see what is really going on, I'd like to show you some photos and videos of lights indoors. First of all, let's compare a Helios 44-2 shot of some glasses in front of lights, taken wide open without the element reversed. And compare this with the front element reversed. You can really see the huge difference in the image and all the distortions caused by that reversal. That was wide open. Let's look at the same image taken at f5.6. Clearly the distortion effects are changing significantly as the lens moves from wide open to stop down. And to illustrate this, I've shot this video, focusing in on the glass first and then panning from the glass up to the lights. And when we get to the lights, I've moved the aperture from wide open to stop down and back to wide open again. Something that's easy to do with the clickless aperture ring of the preset Helios. Although I like the craziness of the wide open effects, I think the stop down effects are really rather beautiful. And I snapped this photo while I was doing the video. It's very abstract, but I've been exploring the effects in this image for a long time. I think they're fantastic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please subscribe and any comments would be most welcome.